at singing. Good afternoon, 8 minutes after 12. You're on the Football Fix with Chep and Teddy and Sammy. And thanks a lot, guys, for making us trend fourth in the country. Not bad. Thank you so much. It means we must be saying one or two useful things. So now, saying of useful things. So United got their man. First of all, I said it here. United will run. Chelsea say we want 55. United will give 55. So United have given the money that they gave. My question is, one, there's the English tax, but secondly, I'm like, and congratulations United for getting a deal over the line. You know, these days it's not as easy. But then I go and I asked our digital guy yesterday. I forget his name. He asked me, so what do you think? And I told him, what's Mason Mount's greatest strength? It was like,
You really don't know. You have to really think about it.
So it's the same question I start by asking Sammy. Sammy,
Yep.
what's Mason Mount's greatest strength?
Okay, hapa sitakuficha. I'll not.
That's a good one.
No, it's true, but okay, we are on another level petty today. I wouldn't say that it's a greatest strength that he has, because we need to put into consideration that he's still young and there is potential for this guy to grow. And as you all agreed last week, without any bashing of this guy had how many goals or contributions, Chelsea had a bad season.
Yes.
And Mason Mount had a really bad season because he was dealing with a pelvic injury and he only played 27 Premier League games out of 38. So we could easily scrap
He played 27. 27 is
that's a lot.
Actually, those were less.
That's over 2/3.
Out of that, it is
2/3.
bad. Yeah,
Actually,
it's not so bad.
It's either 24 or 27. One of them.
Okay, I like that you've quickly revised your figure.
Yeah, it's either 24 or 27 Premier
Yes.
League games that he played last season.
Yes.
And everyone at Chelsea played badly. The other seasons, when you look at him, he's a guy who plays around double figures in terms of goals and assists.
The
only season he got double figures
Sammy, you are
Champions
and you are
League.
right. Yes, he played 24 last season.
Yes.
Scored 3 goals. Is it? Yeah, scored 3 goals. Scored 3 goals. Previous season he scored 11 goals. Fantastic. The previous season he got 6 goals. The other season he scored 7 goals. He's durable. Before last season he played 35, 37, 36, 32.
Yeah.
That's a bit durable.
Yes. Now come to United.
But I was asking a question. You are taking me into we are going this way. You're giving me a long-winded answer. I asked, what are his obvious strengths? Like when we told him, you know the way if today you tell me Casado, I know. Bonda watu huko nyuma akidefend, okay? If you tell me someone random, Declan Rice, automatic. If I ask Mason Mount, you are like,
No, let me try and make a description of what he is.
No. What are his strengths? Don't give us who he is. That's easy. You know, what are Chep's strengths? Marketing. Okay, but who is Chep? Oh, Chep is from here and we don't want a description. We want a strength. Like when you look at it, you're like, this is what he's bringing to the team. Yes. Not who he is. What is he bringing? There we are saying Rice will bring this. Okay. What will he bring? What is Mason? What is that one strength? What are those 2 strengths that are
that United don't have that is going to bring?
Let me help.
Playmaking and legs. Playmaking and legs that United currently need.
I think it's only legs.
Playmaking.
I'm not yet
Thank
sold
you.
out on it.
The only thing I believe that Mason Mount brings to United is a good pair of lungs and legs. He can run all day.
Okay.
He is a huge improvement on the fact that Christian Eriksen plays 40 minutes and then he's done. Yes. His motor has just gone.
Yes.
His motor is just gone.
Yes, he's on fumes.
Yeah. So that I know he brings.
Yes.
And I guess he's more positionally aware than Fred, than McTominay.
Yes.
Playmaking, when you say the word playmaking, you absolutely that's blasphemous on the word playmaking.
Yes.
If you call Mason Mount a playmaker, it's ridiculous because if you call Mason Mount a playmaker,
who is Ozil?
What's Ozil? What's Bruno Fernandes? What's KDB? What's Fabregas? What? Joe?
Ili kitu ijafika kwa ceiling bado.
Come on.
Your ability, but it hasn't reached the ceiling.
No, let me tell you. By the way, the playmaking players who we had this argument with someone else yesterday. he was telling me Chouameni is world class, and he said at times you can see players when they are very young. You can see the one thing you can see in players. There are two things you can see in players when they are very young: great energy, like if a guy has lungs, and if a guy is a playmaker. You see it from very early. If a guy can do things, even in basketball, you see it very early. There's no one in basketball who's 24 and you're telling us, he has potential to go become a playmaker. You already have seen it by 24 because playmaking is the most natural thing to see. It just shows. Playmaking is not something you develop until now I have become a better. I think playmaking, you're either born with it or you are not. I don't think you did. Can you develop playmaking? You can develop other things. I don't think you can develop being creative and playmaking. I don't think so. You think you can?
I don't think so. Because that as well comes from intelligence.
Because mostly it's on impulse.
Intelligence and that ability to read a game. And that is
you don't teach that. It's inherent.
Yes.
Okay. You don't teach it. So we can't say it's potential.
At any point, Mason Mount at Chelsea, you didn't see that.
No, not playmaking. Not playmaking in what playmaking actually is. You see, you are changing the description so that it fits him. We all know when we've said who are the best playmakers in football, we just named names. We didn't have to no, we know. It's Ozil, Ozil, KDB, Bernardo Silva, Cesc Fabregas, Bruno Fernandes. You cannot say Bruno and Mason Mount are in the same sentence when it comes to playmaking, ever.
No, they're not the same sentence.
They cannot be in the exactly.
He's not in the
no. So we are not going to. But
Bruno Fernandes, yes.
But we cannot say playmaking. We cannot say playmaking and put Bruno and Mason Mount is a lie. We cannot say playmaking KDB and Mason Mount. We cannot say Ozil and Mason Mount. We cannot say. I don't even think he's in and you might throw a stone at me at this. I don't even think he's in the McAllister level of playmaking.
No, he's not.
I don't think so. His greatest strength is he has legs
and lungs.
He has legs, lungs, and positional. He's aware. He's very aware of his positioning. Like he gets into nice, good spaces,
and he can shoot outside the box.
Because now probably we are judging with the squad that he has around him.
No, I'm judging from
Chelsea
actually
it's a Chelsea broken
no. Even before Chelsea was broken, because he's been there a few years. He's been there since 2019.
Good numbers.
2019, and he's had double figures. He has had one good season.
Yes, when Chelsea was good.
21, 22, when you can say he did well.
Was good, he was playing with a good playing unit.
I told Sammy this off air last week. If Frank Lampard doesn't join Chelsea as a manager, if Chelsea do not have a transfer ban that many years ago, Mason Mount is nowhere near Chelsea today. He is nowhere near Chelsea today. But we can give him credit that of all the guys who came in with Lampard, he is the only one who hang on for the longest. Because Tomori was out the next year. Tammy Abraham was out the next year. Hudson-Odoi. He is the only one who made a feast of it. So I give him that. So I am not, and I'm not saying he's a bad player, because United keep feeling like, saying he's a bad player. I just feel like,
okay, let's then compare with what United need and maybe what is going to improve the team, and why you don't think that he was.
I haven't said he's not a great fit.
Okay.
I have just said here he is obviously got more legs than Eriksen. He's obviously better than Fred. Didn't I just say that? He's obviously better than McTominay. I am not saying he's not a good player. I am not saying he's not going to help improve United. I haven't said that even last week, even the week before. I haven't said that. Because first of all, the people he's competing with at United, with all due respect, are terrible.
Yeah.
The only person in United...
He's an improvement to what they have.
Yes, the only person who's ahead of him in the United midfield is Casemiro. Because I don't consider Bruno a midfielder per se. Bruno is more an attacking guy. But after the two, let's use the whole midfield. It's Bruno and Casemiro. He is better than every other person, any other thing they have there. So it's an improvement. The question was, what is that? The way like now Arsenal fans are like, Declan Rice. It's Mason Mount. Like, he's just Scott McTominay on Nini.
A walking yellow card.
With Red Bull. You get he's like. And he's a good guy. Like that's why I said I understand why he's joining. The question was, what is the wow factor? And I asked this last week. What's that wow factor with United? And when they look at, and I understand United don't have enough money to spend to splash it out on password and whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I asked. But anyway, here's the thing.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Because I probably would marry his style maybe to another guy. Maybe what's the wow factor you see with Frankie de Jong?
He can pass that thing.
He's a,
Oh, he
number
is a
eight.
great
Pass
passer.
the
He's a
ball.
good
He is a
eight.
great passer. He's a great passer, and he's a good deploying playmaker.
Yes.
He has good vision.
He's a good deploying playmaker.
Okay.
Actually,
Good
He's an
vision
8.
as well.
yes. Oh, yes.
And
Oh,
Mount
yes.
Mount can fizz that ball.
No,
He can.
not that way. Nowhere near De Jong. Nowhere near De Jong. Mount cannot pass. Sammy. For just 1 minute,
Yes.
just remove your United glasses and look at football objectively. It helps
Yes.
every once in a
Yes.
while.
Yes.
You cannot put Frank de Jong and Mason Mount in the same group
conversation.
and say that they can pass the same way. It's not possible. It's a reason why Frank de Jong, for some reason, they tried to kick him out of Barcelona. Once they are unable to, he plays almost every game. There's a reason. There's a reason he's the main man for the Netherlands.
Okay.
There's a reason. Don't put them together. No,
Okay,
no, boss.
The
No.
point I was trying to get through is this, because this is potentially looking at where he's going to play as Manchester United. He's not played there at Chelsea yet. He's played as an
So
attacking-
United are
He's
United,
gonna play in a position that is going to have that freedom to do those things.
and we have asked you with
Yes.
Chep. What have you seen? You know the way you can see signs,
Yes.
Not complete,
Yes.
but you can see signs, and you're like,
Potential.
The way we say with the Nunes.
Hey,
Yes,
kuna hii
the guy
game
can-
ali kuna
Yeah.
hii game alichange hivi na.
Yeah.
Mason Mount, other than lungs,
Reading the game, the guy.
other
can.
than but
Come on.
did I speak about awareness? Kwani what
Yes,
is awareness?
That's the answer to your
But
question.
that is already there. We are asking, what is this new thing? That is already. I said two things about him. He's got energy and his
positional
positional awareness. Isn't
Yes.
what is positional awareness? Isn't it reading the game?
Yes.
So what? That's why I said, those are qualities he already has. So I asked.
Yeah, he already has it
Yes.
into the team. Yes.
Yes. Look, Sammy thinks we are fighting his signing. No, we actually applaud United for signing Mason Mount, finally getting over the line. Our question was, what is that thing? You know the way you see us signing and you're like, hey, let me tell you how Mason Mount feels to me.
All right.
The way Calvin Phillips went to City. It's the
No
way he
way.
feels to
No
me.
way.
He feels like that to me. Like a good player, a really, really good player, a player who they could use, but there is no wow factor. The wow factor comes.
That's a bit unfair.
No.
That's a bit
I
unfair
said
on the
I.
competition.
Like I said I. Sammy, I. Not the whole world. Just James Wokabi.
Okay, I'll push back on
Like
that.
I said, no, you don't have to push back. Like I said, a team signs a player, we all go like, oh yes. For example, when Liverpool gets Sadio Mane, you're all like,
Yeah.
and then you're like, okay. When Liverpool gets Salah the first time, you're like, But when there's a player a team gets and you go like, oh yeah. Aha, perfect example. City get Haaland, we all like, oh bugger, it's over. Let's look for other things. Like there's a wow factor to like a player joins, because again, I keep telling you, I am old school. I grew up with United that made great signings. That whenever they made a signing, you saw exactly what the signing was bringing, and you saw the meter move up. With Mason Mount, the meter that for me doesn't move up so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's decent.
And that's why I wanted to ask Sammy.
Yes.
Bringing Mason Mount to the team you
Yeah.
have, to that midfield or
Yeah.
to the United team at
Yeah.
the moment.
Yeah.
Does he take United to another level?
It depends on the definition of another level, what it is.
He doesn't.
no. Let me
Because-
help you out, Chep. The general meaning of another level. Does he take them to another level?
Second, or does he
Okay.
take them second or win the league?
Of
Just
course not.
another
Because
level.
of course not. He wasn't the only guy who... Okay, when we spoke about Manchester United at the end of the season, we didn't talk about them just signing one guy who's could completely change the fortunes of Manchester United. It was a whole lot of positions. That's just one part done. And the rest, I'm not sure even whether you're going to get it done based on what I've heard about the money around. But
So-
it's only one piece. It's only one piece. So surely the
So let's talk about
is not going to...
let's talk about the other
complete it.
pieces.
Yes.
Let's talk about
Yes.
the other pieces.
Yes.
So
Yes.
United
Sammy, go
offered De Gea a deal,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and then they pulled it out. They offered him a deal,
Yeah.
and then
Took a
they
pay
cut.
cut.
Yeah,
Yeah, they cut the pay price.
and then he said sour.
Uh-huh.
He put his pen on it.
Yeah.
Then United last week came out and said,
We don't.
no.
Release.
Hata you
Hatujui.
hatukusaini. In
Hatujui
fact,
hiyo.
this is our new offer. So as of today, he's a free agent.
Yes.
What is going on there?
I think it's something that United have always complained about and have always had their own reservations about, based on the indecisiveness by
Yeah.
the United board. And even right now, I think it's John Moto who is there as the sporting director. We haven't seen a clear strategy, because even remember, you were sharing with me that Manchester United are now interested in Caicedo after Mason Mount, of which you knew it's not going to happen. And right now, I think it's clear that the picture is it's only 100 million that is on the table, and that's what you're going to spend, unless you have...
We've already
some
spent
players.
55.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already spent 55, so you just need to push out maybe Fred to Fulham or McTominay to Newcastle somewhere. But that is a clear indication of what Manchester United did. I guess it came in a day where we also had protests at United because they were all complaining about the Glazers issue. But when you look at it on another scale, because I guess there are people who are buying the thing, and some are saying it's a blessing in this case, in some case. This is an indication that probably Ten Hag is not having David De Gea again for another season.
This is my fight with this whole De Gea thing.
Yes.
De Gea has been United for 10 years.
Yes, 11.
They knew as late as last August when he tried to play from the back and Brentford?
Yes.
Clobbered
got
you,
beat, yes.
and the following week another clobbering. They figured out De Gea can't play from the back.
Yeah.
In January, they knew De Gea is not our goalkeeper.
Yes.
Why continue giving offers? Give this offer, and then he signs, and then you remove, and then you give another even lower offer.
Yes.
Why didn't United think in December, in August last season, we need a new goalkeeper who could be our potential new goalkeeper, and then they start scouting them. By the time you are getting to here, it's a go.
Yeah.
The way
Here we
Arsenal
go,
are
then
saying,
go.
the way Arsenal are, by the time it was June, we are like they've been linked with this one and this one and this one, and na. The way City have been linked with this one and that one and that one. The way Liverpool were linked with Bellingham, then they said it's too expensive. They moved away. It's McAllister. It's done. United, I feel United sound and feel as if until the Champions League final, they didn't think they had an option. That's the way it feels to me.
Yes.
And then they saw Onana distribute that ball so well, and they went like, aha,
Couple up with
Why didn't you think of this guy?
which is an indictment
Yes.
of the way this team is run.
Yes.
That's
The
my
entire-
point.
the entire structure.
Yeah,
Like-
especially the sporting director
Yes,
bit,
yes.
looking for talent bit,
Yes.
and it's not even only this transfer
Yes,
window.
yes.
I think they've been
Even
poor in the
last-
last 4-5 seasons.
It's even
in their
frustrating.
transfer. Either they get finessed in the window, they
Or we sign
they
guys
pay
you
too
shouldn't have.
much for players that are just decent. So I think it's more or less on their structural bit of it, and I think it's very unprofessional.
And
For that bit, the De Gea bit is very, very unprofessional. If you don't want him, if you know you're not going to proceed with him, let him go.
Tell
Buy
him.
a goalkeeper. Tell him. Sell it. Whatever it is. Get another goalkeeper.
yeah, I totally agree with Chep. I think it will be so frustrating for Eric Ten Hag if he doesn't get the signing he needs
Yeah.
to put the team to the next level. Because look at it, they've already used 55,
Yes.
and so far it's
So we're back at
made of
45.
45.
And
And even the fact that there is an add-on on the Mount deal of 5
now you
million.
I don't know
Aita Ifika. So they have around 45.
Yes.
Which quality player will you be able to get with
Yes.
just such kind of money? And you being United.
So the idea is they have
unajulikana
to
you
sell.
bet-
No, the idea is they have got to move a bit of the guys in the
Yeah, they have
system.
to.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they have to sell your Fred or your
Yes.
McTominay or
Yes.
your those ones
Yes.
to create room. So they've
Yeah.
got to raise money the way Chelsea are raising money,
Yeah.
and then they sell it.
Yeah.
My,
But
I
then
just
there was a thinking that after June that year, then the talks on a takeover will accelerate. And right now it's reported that Sheikh Jassim is the front runner to having a takeover. So a wild card would be United having a new owner.
yeah.
That one also, I'm not so sure.
I think they placed all
I'm
their
not so
cards on
sure.
the takeover in that now you're frustrated.
The
If
De
you
Gea
don't
bit
get
just
it.
got to me.
Yeah.
I just felt, look, he's been here for 11 years.
Uh-huh.
Just tell him in December, please renew. We are not renewing it.
Yeah.
Okay, the way Aguero was told by City,
Yeah.
the way Yaya Toure was told by City, like he's a legend of the club.
Yeah, that I
But
agree.
then they are like,
I
okay, here is 5,000 bob. No, actually now, please take 2,000. And
Yeah.
then it's like United all of a sudden, think about it. Andre Onana is 27. Why United behaving like they've suddenly figured out Onana exists?
Yeah.
This is a kid who went to Barcelona Youth Academy and then
Yeah.
to Ajax and
Yeah.
then to Inter. Then it's like Champions League, they were like, whoa, he can
Whoa.
pass the ball. And look, it's through no fault of De Gea. De Gea has just been overtaken by time. Okay?
Yeah, true.
Goalkeepers now have to play with their feet. When he started, they didn't have to.
Yeah.
Now they have to.
Yeah.
That's why Spain dropped him.
Yeah.
That's why United are getting rid of him.
Yeah.
And also he's been terrible in the good things he was good at. He's dropped a few levels.
Yes.
Like he was very good shot stopping, making good saves. Last season he made a few
Errors.
weird things
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah.
maybe
West
it's
Ham
time for
goal.
him to leave. I
Yeah.
get it. But it's just the way they've treated him. That's the thing.
It's not right. It's not
That's
right.
the thing I did not understand. And I it just felt wrong from me. Anyway,
And also to add on to that, speaking of lack of clear-headedness, I saw that they are now interested in the Feyenoord goalkeeper in Bijlo for a bargain price of around 30 million.
And another situation I think which is going to boil over to almost similar to De Gea as well, it's the Maguire situation as well. Because
Yeah,
he
he
doesn't,
wants
He
Maguire.
doesn't want to get moved.
he doesn't want to move, and it's clearly Ten Hag doesn't consider him in his
Yes.
how he plays in
Yes.
his team.
Yes.
So that's another situation as well. It's boiling out because I saw when they were releasing their kits, the main page, the United page,
Yeah.
had its players. Maguire wasn't there,
Such-
Yeah.
but alipiga picha
Yes,
akasema
alipiga
nini,
picha.
I'm going to put it on my social media. You have to know I'm still a United player, I'm still here, I exist.
I actually don't
Okay.
think United will release Maguire because I'm not sure they have someone who is willing to take him off their hands.
Not
Even
Yeah, that's
Saudi
the
Arabian
problem
clubs
now.
aren't going for him, so tells a lot.
Yeah, okay, we'll have to wait for the hair to get out of his honeymoon now.
I'm going to pick a few things. King says Mason Mount is another Daniel James. Mbio tu kwa pitch in United. That's bad.
That's bad,
Then Alex
Happy
says,
of
man,
it.
you like gassing Arsenal. Kai Havertz is so great, but Mason Mount has no strength. Really? But again, people
did say
don't
he's so
really
great.
listen. People really don't listen. I didn't say
Yeah.
he's great. I didn't. Neither did I say Mason Mount has no strength. I just asked. And actually, after I asked Sammy, I went out and gave out the strengths. But it's okay for you to listen the way you want, Alex. It's fine.
There are so
That's
many
why,
Sammys
that's
out
why
here,
this
eh?
show is trending. Yeah, it's because I say one thing, you hear what you want to.
Interpret.
And that's fine. That's why that's why football is the most entertaining, engaging game. On paper, Mount is an exceptional technical and athletic talent. His great intensity and intelligence off the ball is matched by top quality in possession. But he rarely does that. Never gets that particular strength on the pitch. He just runs and works hard. That's someone who's saying something similar to what we've
you're
said.
saying,
He's
yeah.
got strength. He's got legs, and he's aware.
Yeah.
It's just like Sammy is saying. He now gets to play it a lot more, and a place
And
where
in
he
a
will be
working
settled.
team, yes.
And just a place where he'll be settled because at City, at Chelsea, he's always been seen as mtu alibahatika tu kukuchapa.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. They've always seen him like that. Like,
Coincidence.
ulikuwa teacher's pet wewe. Lampard alikuja na wewe. So,
Yeah.
I think it helps to do that. Cramp Twin says Jay Wokabi is a proper flip-flop. Yes, I am. Karibu sana. Jay Wokabi.
Hey.
Jay Wokabi's hate for Mason Mount is personal. By the way, I
know
feel
it's
zero.
not
I have
personal,
zero
no.
feelings for Mason Mount. The only time I go personal, by the way, is where Kenya is concerned. Where it's a Kenyan team, Kenya, there I go personal. Huku ingine I really don't care. By the way, guys, I sleep soundly at night.
Opinions.
Yeah.
It's opinions.
McAllister, by the
Yeah.
way, has nothing on Fred. By the way, he's overrated because he's a team that won the World Cup. What you said is, I know what you're trying to say, Baba, but remember, he didn't even start at the World Cup. They had to bring him on. Sindio?
Yeah.
Yes, and then when he came on, they were like, that's our solution. Stay there. Yeah. Elijah says Havertz is not coming. To start, he's coming to add cover. I really refuse to believe that.
60 million to just
Assigning from
bench.
Mikel Arteta, no way.
They don't have that luxury.
And then Augustine says, nice show, guys. The show is trending at number 5, but if you start comparing De Jong and Mount, then it might trend for all the wrong reasons.
Potentially simple.
Yo, then he says, Wokabi I'd go for Mount any day. He's a C+ student who pushes himself to be in, day out. Nowadays, I'd rather have hard work and some talent than talent without hard work. My man, you are a man after my own heart. That is my motto in life. Hard work beats talent every day. Jamaa amekalia Sami Gitai sana. No. By the way, Sami.
Hajanikalia bado.
Yeah,
Hajanikalia.
the hair cooked
Sana.
himself in the FA Cup final, says Cyrus.
Yes, he did.
And then let me see. Tom Cleverly is just retired. Mason Mount has got the shades of Cleverly. Well, Yannick Carrasco, you know your football. Because that is so close to the point. That is such a good comparison, Yannick. I like it. Love it. Let's come back and talk about Liverpool. Yeah.